Daniel, you're a member of Exile?
I am a member of Exile, yeah.
When did you join?
So I joined Extinction Rebellion towards the end of last year, so about this time. I had very, very positive hopes about what COP26 would achieve, and I felt that that was going to be the turning point that the world needed to address the climate crisis. And I was left feeling disappointed and let down by my government. So I've been following Extinction Rebellion and many of the other parts of the climate movement for some time, and realised that if my government weren't going to do what they needed to do to stop millions of people dying and mass extinction, then each of us as individuals and citizens of this planet had to do something about it, because we can't trust the government. We've seen that year after year, that nothing comes from these climate talks.
What will happen with this now?
We're hoping that by raising awareness of Barclays funding in fossil fuels, people that bank with Barclays will actually understand where their money is being invested. Most people, I say most, a lot of people that bank here probably aren't aware that Barclays are Europe's biggest investor in fossil fuels. And we all know that fossil fuels are what's completely ruining this planet and causing climate breakdown to accelerate. And with Barclays being the #1 financer in Europe, people should know about that. People care about the planet, they care about other people, but they don't know what their money's financing. So by raising awareness, we're hoping that people will switch from Barclays.
Are you going to be arrested? What's your feeling about being arrested?
If it means that I can stay here and carry on engaging with people and sending the message to customers and the general public, then that's a consequence that I will
Would
take.
you go to jail?
If I felt that my actions were important enough and they were going to yield the results that I thought were needed to raise awareness, then it's something that I would consider, yeah.
But you're putting yourself up for a jail sentence, aren't you?
So,
under the new police,
I'm giving
bill.
up I'm potentially giving up my civil liberties. I don't do that lightly, but that's the scale of the disaster that we're facing as humanity. But I and many other people are willing to give up our civil liberties to raise awareness of how important this issue is.
Are you from Guildford?
I actually grew up in Godalming.
Godalming.
Here today with people from Extinction Rebellion Guildford, Extinction Rebellion Wavy and Borders, so that's a lot of different areas around Godalming that come together. So there's people from all different parts. There's actually someone from, I think, the Midlands here as well that's come down to support us today. So yeah, it's an important action. And
is this happening in other parts of the country?
Yeah.
This is a coordinated thing, not just Guildford?
That's correct. It's a national action, so there's lots of fractions of Extinction Rebellion, and I think people outside of Extinction Rebellion that are raising awareness today at multiple Barclays branches across the country. And I think some of them started very early this morning, and I think most of them will go on all day.
I heard a comment on the street out there, at least they're not stopping roads. What do you think about that? Do you think blocking roads?
I think it started the conversation. It's made people feel some kind of emotion about the conversation, and whilst it will turn people off of the cause, it will also help people start talking about it. And when you start talking about things, you start to understand them more. So I think whilst it's very disruptive to people, ultimately climate breakdown is going to be more disruptive than people being a few hours late for work. So I absolutely do support them, and I know it's horrible for people that are stuck in there, but life is going to be really horrible in a few years if we don't do something now.
What do you do for a living, Daniel?
I'm a sales manager.
Sales manager. So this is quite a massive leap from normal day to day.
Yeah, I work in the corporate world. This is not what I want to be doing with my annual leave.
Daniel, thank you very much.
No, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.